Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that might surprise you, how ulcerative colitis can impact your urination. You see, ulcerative colitis, or UC, is an inflammatory bowel disease that primarily affects the colon, but its effects can extend beyond the digestive system. We often focus on the gut-related symptoms, but it's important to remember that UC can have a ripple effect throughout the body. So if you've been experiencing changes in your urination patterns along with your UC, know that you're not alone. In this video, we'll explore the surprising connection between ulcerative colitis and urination, covering everything from medication side effects to potential complications. Managing ulcerative colitis often involves medications, and while these drugs are essential for keeping inflammation in check, they can sometimes come with side effects, and yes, changes in urination are one of them. For example, corticosteroids, a common treatment for UC flares, can lead to increased urination. Why? Well, steroids can disrupt your body's fluid balance, making you retain more water and ultimately needing to pee more often. And it's not just steroids. Some people with UC might be prescribed diuretics, especially if they're dealing with fluid retention or bloating. As the name suggests, diuretics work by flushing excess fluid out of your system, which naturally leads to more trips to the bathroom. Ulcerative colitis is all about inflammation, right? But here's the thing, while it primarily targets your colon, inflammation can sometimes impact other organs, including your bladder. Now, this doesn't mean everyone with UC will develop bladder issues, but it's a possibility. In some cases, that widespread inflammation can irritate the bladder, leading to symptoms that mimic a condition called interstitial cystitis. Imagine that bladder pain and that persistent urge to pee, all stemming from UC. Think about it, your rectum and bladder are practically neighbors in there. When UC flares up, the inflammation in your rectum might just spill over and cause some irritation or urgency down below. Let's talk about the pelvic floor, those muscles that support your bladder, rectum, and well, other important organs down there. Now, chronic inflammation and pain from UC can actually weaken or disrupt these muscles. Why is that a problem? Because a well-functioning pelvic floor is crucial for controlling both bowel and bladder function. If those muscles aren't working optimally, you might experience urinary urgency, incontinence, or difficulty fully emptying your bladder. Plus, think about it, the constant bowel movements, straining, and abdominal discomfort that often accompany UC can put extra pressure on your pelvic floor, further affecting your bladder control. We all know diarrhea is a hallmark symptom of ulcerative colitis. But what you might not realize is that it can throw your whole body into a state of dehydration. Your body, in an attempt to conserve water, goes into overdrive. But then, when you finally do rehydrate, whether by drinking tons of fluids or needing IV fluids during a bad flare-up, your body is suddenly dealing with a surge of water. This can lead to, you guessed it, a sudden urge to pee frequently as your kidneys work overtime to process everything. And it's not just the dehydration itself. Chronic fluid loss from diarrhea can disrupt your electrolyte balance. Electrolytes are like these tiny messengers that keep your body running smoothly. And when they're out of whack, it can even affect your kidney function, leading to changes in urination. Urinary tract infections, those pesky UTIs, are no fun for anyone. But here's the thing, people with UC, especially those taking immunosuppressants or corticosteroids, might be more susceptible to them. Why? Well, these medications are designed to suppress the immune system, which is necessary to control UC inflammation, but it also means your body might not be as equipped to fight off infections, including those in the urinary tract. So, if you're experiencing frequent urination, urgency, or pain when you pee, don't just brush it off as another UC symptom. It could very well be a UTI, and it's essential to get it checked out by a doctor to prevent complications. Let's be real, living with ulcerative colitis can be incredibly stressful. The unpredictable nature of flare-ups, the constant worry about symptoms, the impact on your daily life, it takes a toll. And stress, my friends, can manifest in some surprising ways, including how often you need to pee. You see, when we're stressed, our bodies go into fight or flight mode, This triggers a cascade of hormones that can actually increase your urge to urinate, even if your bladder isn't full. It's a common phenomenon known as stress-induced frequent urination or nervous bladder. And here's the kicker. Stress can actually worsen UC symptoms, creating a vicious cycle. More stress, more UC symptoms, potentially more bladder issues. It's a lot to handle, and it highlights the importance of managing stress for overall well-being. Now let's talk about a rare but potentially serious complication of UC, fistulas. Fistulas are abnormal connections that can form between different organs. And in the case of UC, an intravesical fistula can develop between the bladder and the bowel. While fistulas are more common in Crohn's disease, they can occur in UC, especially in those with long-standing or severe disease. These fistulas can wreak havoc on your urinary system, leading to a whole host of problems. Imagine experiencing frequent urination, recurrent UTIs, or even noticing gas or fecal matter in your urine, all because of a fistula. It's a stark reminder that UC can have far-reaching consequences, and early detection of complications is crucial. Here's another reason why keeping UC in check is so important. If left unmanaged, it can potentially lead to kidney problems. Remember those electrolytes we talked about earlier? Well, chronic inflammation and persistent diarrhea can disrupt your electrolyte balance, putting extra stress on your kidneys. Over time, this can increase the risk of kidney stones, especially if you're constantly dehydrated. In some cases, UC can even lead to a condition called renal insufficiency, where your kidneys aren't functioning as well as they should. And you guessed it, kidney problems can manifest as urinary symptoms such as pain during urination, changes in frequency, or difficulty emptying your bladder completely. We've covered a lot of ground today, and I know it can feel overwhelming, but remember, knowledge is power. By understanding the potential link between ulcerative colitis and urinary issues, you're better equipped to advocate for your health. If you're experiencing any changes in your urination patterns, whether it's increased frequency, pain, urgency, or anything else that seems off, don't hesitate to reach out to your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional. Early detection and management are key when it comes to UC and its potential complications. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more informative videos. Stay healthy and take care.